Hey, hi. Today I'm going to talk about how to do what's called the Olympic style press. Some people, especially those following starting strength, call it press 2.0. It's more like press 1.0 because this is the original way that people were pressing back in the Olympics. So it was taken out of the Olympics in 1972 and they replaced it with clean and jerk because it became really difficult for them to judge a good or bad rep on the press because so many people were leaning so far back. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about hand positioning on the press. All right, so I'll come on this side so you can have a look. So first thing is I want to have my hands slightly outside my shoulders. My hands are in front of my shoulders. The barbell's already a little bit further away from me than I'd like. I don't want my hands to be too wide because force works in straight lines. Okay, when my hands are at this angle here, then I'm punching out the way, whereas I want to be punching straight up the way. Okay, so I'm going to take a grip that's going to be just outside my shoulders, so it's probably about a thumb width on this. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I don't get any sort of nasty wrist positions. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, instead of having my hands straight, I'm going to turn them like this. So it's almost going to go across the lifeline on your palm. Okay, hands are going to be out like this. Okay, fingers are just going to be loosely on top. Thumbs always are going to be around on the press. I'm going to get myself underneath the bar, elbows slightly in front, and I'm going to stand it up. Okay, now if you come to the side, okay, you can see that the barbell is stacked directly upon the bones of my forearm. I don't want to be in this position. This is going to cause you a lot of wrist pain and discomfort. It's got to be supported upon the forearm. Okay, so there we go. So that's the grip position. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be your foot positioning. Now we know that in push press and push jerk, we're going to be using ground reaction force because we've got to jump to get some momentum. In the strict press, we're just looking for stability. So I'm going to be here, and then my feet are going to be probably in my squat stance. So slightly outside of my shoulders. I like to have my feet underneath my hands. Okay? Alright, next thing is going to be talking about actually pressing the barbell overhead. Now, you'll be aware that obviously I talked in another video about gravity, okay? Sort of first principles. Now gravity is going to be pushing down on the bar in a straight line, so to be efficient I need to push up against gravity in a straight line. What I don't want therefore is I don't want the barbell to make any horizontal vector whatsoever. This will cause me to lose force and become inefficient. So if I want the bar to travel in a straight line, in this position here, I have a problem. The problem is my head is in the way. A lot of people fix the problem by pulling back here, okay? The Olympic style press deals with this in a different way. It sends the hip forward, there. Hip goes forward, head comes out the way. As I drive the hip forwards, I get a bit of a downward shift on the bar too. Watch. Okay? So what I'm looking for is when that barbell dips down, that's just giving me a little bit of loading and it's going to help me to fire the press out of the hole. Okay? This still counts as a strict press because there was no dip and drive of the knee. Okay? So momentum from the knee wasn't used at all. So it's going to be here, you're going to send the hips forwards, bar dips down, head is out of the way, I ride that dip out all the way up at the top. I'm then going to activate my traps by shrugging. Any of you that experience discomfort in the shoulder, this is going to swing the scap around a little bit more, it's going to unimpinge you and you're not going to have any shoulder discomfort, okay? So again, hands are going to be on here, okay? Across my lifeline, fingers loosely on top, thumbs around. Under the bar is stacked upon the bones of my forearms, up, okay? Feet are quite wide, more supportive, then I'm going to drive and press. Bar stays over the middle of my foot. I lead now with my elbows. There. Hips. Press. And that's it. The Olympic style press, as was done in the Olympics prior to 1972, or as some people now call it, press 2.0.